Smoke Odyssey.
What's that? Damn right. Let's get high. That's all we do. Tell 'em.
Hey, roll up.
Right. Light up.
Roll up another one.
Another one.
Who got a light? Push satisfy my appetite.
Yes.
Still champagne sipping. My campaign chillin'. Smoking till my head starts spinning. Windows up in the lack. Twisting up that purple leaf. I'm high, that's a fact. Eyes looking burgundy. Mary Jane, I will never leave. Shit, you probably be the death of me. Sheesh, y'all call it weed, I call it Adam and Eve. It comes from a garden, it started from a tree. Fuck a detox, I'm a OD. Smoking till I see doubles. Chronic coming out my pores beat. Plus it's more in store, and it feels like I ain't walking on the floor. Blood's burning slow, got some more fire. Put it in the air, get your lighters.
It is ironic, right? It's like this all a nigga wanna do nowadays, man. Get high, make music, fuck a bitch. Hey, Rock, we gotta finish this half an ounce for the night over, nigga.
Nothing else for me to really do but get high. Time's getting hard, so I'm smoking just to get by. Came to the studio, shit on my mind, but like niggas probably understand in time, but keep it in mind. Nigga got 5 on the dime. Ain't having these quality time. Gotta hop up in the session before I hop up in the session for real. You're stressed about the bills while I'm missing the meal. So I light another split and get chill. Kinda relax. Know it's better days, but I feel like I'ma relapse. On my weed token, say death to non-smokers. Say the small roaches might help your mind focus. All I need is me and my bitch. Not a gun or a clip. Mary Jane, she keeping your boy sane. Lungs feel incredible. Floating like an astronaut. High as I wanna be. Cruising like I left the shop.
Oh me, I've been working on my green thumb. On the set I grew that. Yeah, nigga. Big buds, little buds, I got 'em, I'ma gag, throw up and roll that shake at the bottom of the bag. THC, let 'em 3 letters, I'm a hype. It burns slow in a swisher, tastes better in a pipe. My uncle taught me to grow, Lord bless him kindly, as I baptized them babies in the SM90. Only killer though, I live life stress-free. To a gorilla, ain't nothing like a fresh tree full of leaves that help him catch bomb Z's. And had the homies walking around like zombies. I don't beat around the bush, I spit blunt raps. Then twist the whole zipper cush up in blunt raps. For the munchies, need more than some cereal. Ironically, I roll the Jordans on Imperial. They tell me quit, but that's a tough task. My ass in rehab, talking about puff pass. Yeah, let me get that bacon cheeseburger with the fried egg on it. Some chili cheese fries and a cherry slush. Now make that motherfucker like cherry lemonade, mix my shit. That shit bomb with a motherfucker. Hit that nigga.
I love you. I know I love you. I'm glad I found you. I love you. I'm glad I found you, baby. I love you. I know I love you. I'm glad I found you. I love you. I'm glad I found you, baby. I love you. I know I love you. I'm glad I found you. I love you. I'm glad I found you, baby.
If it ain't love, somebody please explain why Miss Jane the only thing that can ease my pain. I need some peace of mind. She frees my brain. Hold the smoke till I choke and it frees my brain. With the green, I maintain my cheese exchange. I serve these trees like keys and cane. Moon rockin' bubble be the bomb. Oh, G's insane. Can't refrain from them seedless strings. Feeling like this can't be love, but then it must be. Been high as fuck every time the police bust me. Every time I walked in the quarter in church house. Blow 7 grams right before I work out. My bud heads know just what I'm talking about. Kool-Aid and Calypso, trying to kill the cottonmouth. Dewey off the Louis, I be carried away in LA. I be on that Mary J. A day.
I love you. I know I love you. I'm glad I found you. I love you.
chasing a dream, doing my thing, sipping this heen, smoking this green, trying to come up, stacking the buck, hoping and wishing, for a little bit of luck, raising myself, no food on the shelf, trying to survive, without no help, where I reside, the cards is dealt, gotta be a shark, not no smell, every minute of my life, every day that passed, in the middle of the night, Lucifer harass, cause I'm living fast, trying to have my cash, expired tags, pushing back, reading the Bible, the King James Version, trying to recital, cause I'm urban, thumpered up, 30 slugs, some people hate me, some people show me love,
I love you. I love you. I'm glad I found you. I love you. I'm glad I found you, baby. I love you. I love you. I'm glad I found you. I love you. I'm glad I found you, baby.
Big shout out to my nigga SPI, Spotter Low. You know I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe, stay tuned, all that.
It's the homie cook-up boss, goddammit, Cub Low. And y'all tuning in to the Wake and Bake Show with goddammit the homeboy Spider Low.
Here with SPI, the realest nigga in LA.
Spider this bitch!
My name is Spider Low.
Spider Low, nigga.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low, that's my nigga.
Spider Low.
Shout out to SPI, that motherfucking nigga.
You are now in the black box with the homie Spider Low, the most eastiest. Facts over feelings, keeping it a Google Plex. Feel my campaign.
Spider Low, wake and bake. Better keep it Google, nigga.
Loke is in LA somewhere doing what he's doing.
I can't think without a whole zone. It's almost gone, but don't think about the ozone. I ain't ate all day, but I'm so blown. Tell the DJ to throw on a slow song. My life is what the po-po press for. South Central is so stressful. In the city of the bombest herbs. The only way to low know the calmest nerves. Females say I'm a conceited nothing. No good, only call when in need of something. It's a thin line between the love and the lust. Should never have young cuz in the cuffs. Gotta be cool with them first advances. Working in these uncertain circumstances. Fake ballin' had you broke with a buzz. Pump your brakes, come smoke one with us. And we can get high, y'all. Never know when we gon' die, y'all. Come smoke one with us. Come smoke one with us. And we can get high, y'all. Never know when we gon' die, y'all. Come smoke one with us. Come smoke one with us.
I get high as the heights that I'm reaching to. Put a few in the air for Big Meech and Blue. Grind hard through the middle of the night. Shit, I might see a little of the light. I never sleep, barely get some rest. I swallow my blood before I hit some stress. Roscoe's on the east, a hit to west for jacks. Pockets fat, I just hit for racks. Yeah, that's where I can get some clothes at too. It's already one and it closed at 2. Fast lane, ballin' out, racing the range. Gangbanger, all about chasing the change. I'm icy, judge and the jury. Ain't trying to see the judge and the jury. Eastie, represent the E&S, but I still Baymac like BMF. And we can get high, y'all. Never know when we gon' die, y'all. Come smoke one with us. Come on. Come smoke one with us. Come on. And we can get high, y'all. Never know when we gon' die, y'all.
Come smoke one with us. Listen, come smoke. Hey, look. Get money every day like it's no thing. Buy a zone of that cushion, smoke the whole thing. Rolled up deuces, carry 4-5. Off a half a gram of kush, but we so high. South Central where they murder with no alibi. Do walk-ups and don't respect drive-bys. We some young killers, still some fly guys. Neighborhood near Bustle and SPI. We rich roller coaster cribbing, that's our lifestyle. And that explains why my neck and wrist iced out. Smoke big blunts, and ride luxury. A nigga beat his bitch up cause she was fucking me. And then I beat the pussy up and told her it'll be alright, just tell me every time he mention me. Yeah, and that's just how it's meant to be. It's an in-hood thing, Slauson after century. Yeah.
And we can get high, y'all. Never know when we gon' die, y'all. Come smoke one with us.
Come on.
Come smoke one with us.
Come on.
And we can get high, y'all. Never know when we gon' die, y'all.
Come on.
Come smoke one with us.
Come on. Come on.
Come smoke one with us.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Google gang, straight legend. Google gang, SBI. Google gang, Google gang in here. You better keep that shit a Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts pressed, rest in peace. Keep it a Google, better keep it a Google. Keep that shit Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts pressed, rest in peace. Keep it a Google, you better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. You better keep it a Google. Better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. Google gang.
What up to the Google gang? This show is a blessing. Politic in the black box and blow a secession like we usually do about this time. But then again, it don't really be at this time though. Oh my mama, good evening to my good people, man. What is y'all up to? Is y'all surprised to see me at a time like this? Oh my mama, I knew I was gonna pop up on y'all. Why this ain't showing? That's crazy. I had a word of the day. Got it on, but it ain't showing. Let me see something. Man, I don't know, but it was VISAGE. This is VISAGE. Let me see what it means. VISAGE was the word of the day. I don't know why it ain't popping up, but the definition is the face, countenance, or appearance of a person, or sometimes an animal. Aspect, appearance. It is a noun. Visage, VISAGE. Face, countenance, or appearance of a person, or sometimes an animal. You can tell through his visage. He meant business. Oh my mama. I think that works. Some of you more literate people might can correct me if it don't work. Oh my mama, as y'all can see, I got that mic and that arm about my way. So that mic that I wasn't capable of getting work is working now, y'all. Google gang. What y'all think about that anthem?
I don't even know what to write to this. I wrote a couple of bars, but I don't know, man.
Google gang, straight legend. Google gang, SBI. Google gang, Google gang in here. You better keep that shit a Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts press, rest in peace. Keep it a Google, better keep it a Google. Keep that shit Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts press, rest in peace. Keep it a Google, you better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. You better keep it a Google. Better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. Google gang.
I'm gonna say something, y'all. Oh, this Saturday though, like, oh my, y'all know I ain't gonna waste no time, cause that's what we was talking about. At the time we had bad connection. I'm kind of glad we had a bad connection and didn't really speak on Buck Dinner and Willis flying and all that the other day, cause a nigga got a little more, you know what I'm saying? A nigga got a little more, let's see, one thing I do have is this, check this way out.
David!
Y'all see this? I don't want to say that driveway look familiar, but it do. But you know how it is. This is one of them areas where a lot of the homes look alike. And then I ain't been there in a long time. But on the set, I could be tripping, but I could be a Google percent correct. I think that's the same house. Yeah. On my mama that you see cuz right there coming out the driveway, out the garage. Well, I mean, in the truck, supposedly, cuz allegedly, apparently, that's little mama coming about the garage, right? They really still don't know the story of it, like, but supposedly, Buck in these phones, cuz, all these years, him and these phones have been like Achilles heel, cuz. Supposedly, this got something to do with passwords and the phone, a fight over the phone. And what I told y'all, cuz I always like to grab somebody. Oh, my mama, like, who? He always grabbing me. He grabs Carlito. I told you I done seen him grab other people. Every time he tell a war story, or he talk about what he would do, could do, or should do. He always talk about grabbing. You know, typically in conversation stories, anytime you talk about where it's supposed to be insert, I filed on that nigga, or I would file on that nigga, or I'm gonna file on that nigga, or I should have filed on that nigga. He always said grab. Should have grabbed him. I'm gonna grab him. So supposedly grabbed those girls. Did some whole bunch of extra stuff. And what went bad is he popped that cuz. Matter of fact, we gonna read the whole he said the mic that ain't the right mic, right? The mic ain't right. Might need that fit. Yeah. That's crazy. I don't understand why that's the case. That shouldn't be the case today. It's still shitty. It's still shitty. Damn, wow, that ain't supposed to be the case. That's crazy. Still shitty, huh? Get it. Let's see. I'm probably ain't gonna be able to time this. Yeah, but you can hear you. But hear you good. Alright, give me a second, y'all. I'm gonna do this. I know. Just bear with me, y'all. My bad. Damn, God. So, you know what my mama say? That was me. All you gotta be disagreeing with it. Damn, I don't know. Well, that damn devil, man. It's the second day baby. We ain't got no business laughing at her. Cuz really going too soft.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. 97 ways we gon' live it. You can tell me shit about my crippin'. I done been in loco my living. Now it's time to chase me back. 97 ways we gon' live it. Baby Mac in the building. 97 ways we gon' live it. We gon' live it. 97 ways we gon' live it. You can tell me shit about my crippin'. I done been in loco my living. Now it's time to chase me back.
100,000 feel like something when you're thumbing through it. Done it. When someone say one would be dumb to do it. Running circles round rappers on their last lap. PayPal perhaps. Ass cap the cash app. Ass app is how I expect the next direct deposit. Positivity love phone posits check the closet. To say we touch a paper is an understatement. Underground label running late, tell them run the payment. Executive decisions, check the balance. Time to monetize the talents, I accept the challenge. Memory of crazy tune, 111 days. Loco for my days, 97 ways.
97 ways we gon' live it. You can tell me shit about my crippin'. I done been in loco my living. Now it's time to chase me back.
What do that sound like? Does that sound any better? I know it was all echo. I know the video was small. Cause I was in emergency troubleshooting, y'all. Don't do me like that. That shit was way bad on me. Oh, mama. I ain't really had no IT situation. I can't handle live in a long time. I guess I handled it well, but I was trying to even make that video get bigger. Treat that motherfucker didn't get bigger. Yeah. I don't know what it is about this thing. Don't want to act right. It was plugged in. I had to go back to this. It ain't on nothing though. I just got to sat there. Don't tell nobody between me and you. Hey. Oh, mama. You gonna plug something in a recent video and it fixed now. Y'all don't understand. I know what I was doing, but let me get back to what I was saying. Just trying to act like none of that didn't happen on my mama. You know your boy, he back at it. Now, suppose this house looks familiar, cuz. I think that's the same house cuz used to live in back in the day. I could be wrong though. It might be my mind playing tricks on me, but it looked like the same house. That's supposed to be cuz in the truck. That's supposed to be little mama right there, cuz coming out the garage. And I'ma just read it. You see the little TMZ watermark, right? I'm gonna read the little story that way it came to me. So many of y'all put this in my DM. Y'all got to know. Y'all crazy, especially the ones that were doing it this evening. Y'all got to know I was up on this by now. But let's see. It said Young Buck's girlfriend admitted to cops. She fired at least 2 shots during an argument with Buck that ignited over social media passwords, according to the police affidavit. The officer says Buck's girlfriend, Lucretia Neal, told him Young Buck flipped over a large glass table in the home during the fight and grabbed her by the jacket and tried to throw her to the ground. That's his go-to move, God. Oh. She told cops she escaped his grab and went to the bedroom, where she retrieved a handgun from a gun safe. Neal told police Young Buck ran into the room. She pointed the gun at the ground. She claims Buck saw the firearm and went down to the garage when he started kicking the wall. According to cops, Neal claims she went down to the garage, stood at the top step, and Young Buck started to come up the stairs aggressively. So she got her story together. I done seen it a million times. Females talking about with a gun, he was still coming at me, shot, he dead, and they still beat it. I seen a case where a female, her and her dude was like, I think it was like North Carolina, they both was like police or something, or correctional officers. Black couple. She shot cuz in the back like 3-4 times, killed him, went to trial, beat it, talking about he was She was scared. This was lucky to be alive. Oh, my mama. It say, Neil told police she then fired a shot into the ground at the top of the stairs, and Buck started yelling at her to shoot him before jumping in his truck. Cuz he wanna die. I know. Wait till I wonder what Greg got to say about all this. Next, Neil told cops she went outside to see if young Buck had left, but he was still there, and he revved the truck and started driving towards her. Police say Neil claimed she fired another shot outside and didn't think she hit anyone, and insisted she wasn't trying to shoot Buck. When the dust settled, Neil told cops the damage to the home included 2 damaged TVs, paint thrown all over the bedroom, living room, and foyer, plus a broken glass table. Now, I don't know. The day after he came out in the Dr. Dan, the General Dr. Dan outfit, I didn't look. I seen the video clip of him rapping in that same little outfit. God talking about, I'm the plug. Y'all look like the plug because I'm the plug. 2020, that's all you been through. You want somebody to believe you the plug? And if that's truly a fact, you the plug, that's why you look like that. Why are you hollering it out on wax? Then he hollered out Big Meech in the verse. Cuz said, and killed Gibson. Ain't too many like us left. Cuz, how dare you disrespect the homie legacy by comparing yourself to Cuz? Now, I really, the story didn't came out so far about the passwords and all that, but I bet you Greg or somebody like Greg is lurking in the story, cuz it seems like Cuz think the same thing. Oh, my.
David, they said she found some more pictures in your phone, David. You hear me? This shit has done got out of hand, David. Man, hey, man, goddamn. This shit is out of control.
Y'all still sharing the mic stuff. True, you still can't hear me, y'all. God damn, if it ain't one thing, it's another. Oh, my mother, and her brother. They really loved each other. Oh, God. We can hear him, but not you, SBI. I don't know what it is. So it's that nasty, staticky, like it usually be. I see now. Y'all know what it is. That's crazy. I'm really having a time over here. You know what? I ain't gonna even try to force it. Here we go with this shit again. Good looking now, but look like we getting served again.
She got to generate dollars, I ain't tryna penetrate. The dinner date was just to get her on the interstate. The bridges is khakis.
and the kicks chucks. Beat a nigga to death with my fist like big flux. Fuck the chump change, trying to see the big bucks. Bentleys and Porsches and super sport pickups. The flow take your breath away like a hiccup. Trick up my sleeve that'll make her eat a dick up. Beware of staff trying to paraphrase the paragraph. Got a vocab your ass will never have. Laugh at the thought of a confrontation. Unconcerned, I know you all conversation. Your life is collateral, fucking with an animal. Bad as old Hannibal, machine gun compatible. Fetish for this feuding. I'm fanatical, grammatical, gorilla, east side radical. It's highly unlikely that there will ever be another one like me. None of them like me. It's likely because ain't none of them like me. It's highly unlikely that there will ever be another one like me. None of them like me. It's likely because ain't none of them like me. The new arrivals ought to know it's suicidal to challenge my homicidal mind to the title. The dough is vital, it's almost my idol. Survival got it hard to make time for the Bible. My idle mind designed my recital. I downed the whole bottle trying to find my revival. Institutionalized, can't hide that I tries. They can see the truth in my eyes. Hope to see the homie little group in the skies. Despise when anything beautiful dies. Ain't supposed to speak on what you don't know. I'm on the low, so I couldn't show for the funeral. Size that, let the dead bury the dead. I carry the lead in the bank and bury the bread. So on Judgment Day when they read my deeds, it'll read I bleed if it'll feed my seed. It's highly unlikely that there will ever be another one like me. None of them like me. It's likely because ain't none of them like me. It's highly unlikely that there will ever be another one like me. None of them like me. It's likely because ain't none of them like me. I'm that nigga they love not to like. Me coming in this shit, it's like these niggas licking the dice game with counterfeit money, and me showing up with a pocket full of real, and the squares get up. You feel me? They don't like me. Don't expect them to like me. I know they don't like me. I give a fuck, they hoes don't like me. What do that sound like, y'all? Yeah, that's highly unlikely. That's a throwback. It's my last shot at it right here. If this ain't doing it, I'm gonna have to hang it up. Oh, my mama. Alright, I ain't going back to that same old story, cuz. Man, can we laugh at cuz anymore? Oh, my mama. So y'all heard cuz though, right? Y'all didn't hear me. I gotta try it again.
David, they said she found some more pictures in your phone, David. You hear me? This shit is done got out of hand, David. Man, hey, man, goddamn. This shit is out of control.
Hey, y'all know how slow I am? I done heard that intro a million times, cuz. Where cuz say, it's cook up boss, cub low. Woo, woo, woo. And then I just thought cuz had two names. I never really put two and two together. Cook up boss is an acronym for cub, C-U-B. Duh. That just hit me today out of nowhere, I read this. I ain't gonna read the story again. I read it when the sound was messed up. But basically, girl told the police cuz tried to press her. Cuz he say, "What you know? Like I been told y'all, cuz thing is the grab thing. Cuz don't ever talk about swinging. It's always about grabbing." And she say, cuz tried to grab her, throw her down or whatever. She wiggled out, ran, got the burner. This picture right here, cuz this look like the same house cuz used to live in, cuz when I know him. I could be tripping though, but this looked like the same house. That's the same house, Buck. You in the same joint? I remember at one point, the way cuz finances was, we was on tour, right? And the house is like $700,000-800,000.
But the way finances work, and remember he was in that trouble with taxes and all that with 50. He bought that house without ever seeing it in real life. I remember him being on, he had to, the way finances work, he had to buy a house. With the money he had in the bank, he had to buy some property or he was finna lose the money. And it was his last money. So he bought the house to save the money, basically. And that looked like the same house, cuz, on my mama. And then the reports say it was in Hendersonville. That's where the house was at. But it's just crazy, cuz name, back on, every time his name end up with gunplay, he on the victim side. I don't understand how she ended up in jail. It do say she told on herself. But when you read that story from TMZ, it don't say nothing about Greg. But I don't know if Cook Up Boss, Cub Low, if he just clowning, because you know he stay on Cub's head. I don't know if he clowning or if it's some truth to the fact that it got something to do with some pictures of the phone. He might be BSing. But I seen, remember the last time we went live, cuz we was tripping on cuz he had the General Doxadan Old Town Road Buckback Mountain outfit on. We was laughing at cuz with the burners. And he had the burners for show. But then when it's time for gunplay, he getting popped that. He was not popping back. Oh, blah, 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 blah. But then, on top of that, I see the video clip of him in that outfit. I guess he had that on for a video shoot that day. Cuz had the nerve to say they killed Nipsey. It ain't too many more like us left. I almost fell out my seat, cuz. How dare you had a nerve to compare yourself to the low, cuz. You haven't even made the most obvious move or correct the spelling of your name, cuz. Oh, my mama. But it's look all bad for Buck, bro. And then Greg might be really through with you. Is that the same broad that was with cuz in the store that time? Remember old boy pressed him in the store? He was like, hey man, take me off that camera. I think that's the same female that was with him in the store. What type of female gonna be next? Cuz probably still got them lined up. In this world, it's somebody for everybody. That's true. That's true. But how you get aggressive enough to throw her around, a real woman and all that? But you ain't never did nothing to Greg. Why you didn't do that to Greg? Played you, cuz. What? Greg really loved you. At least he didn't go to no gunplay, cuz. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Oh, man. Just when you think you heard it all.
Always worse. Scranton's kid, baby. Whatever it was in the beginning. It's always worse. Especially when it's the truth to everything else. Telling you, my nigga, like, they waiting to give you your respect out there. But, you know,
what if you been an out of town nigga? Claim your hood. Help him get his chain back. Bang don't shoot. Told him don't trip. We could G you in it. Then he tried to jump ship and leave you in it. We might beef with the homies, but this the turf. You diss G on it, broke, and you diss the turf. I works with no feelings, show no fears. Even if I'm sitting on the shelf for 4 more years. Tell him Debo back. You ain't no outlaw, you on SIBO sack. It might crack. They telling us be easy. You sell your soul if you can just be cheesy. They gon' dish you in the south. Might as well let baby kiss you in the mouth. What you did in the dark, came to the light. Bitch up on the phone and wanna bang on the mic. I'm like, they don't make G's like they used to. I still squeeze like I used to. I got more G's than I used to. I still roll G's like I used to. Damn, they don't make G's like they used to. I still squeeze like I used to. I got more cheese than I used to, and I still do yees like I used to. Make this go away, it's gonna take a miracle. All you can say is the tape was a year ago. I understand you took me to the plug, but I'm a man, you must have took me for a thug. I heard your interview would make the soldiers sick. You switched up, you on Doja Dick, you said he ain't no blood, and you ain't no cuz. Because now it's on though, it ain't no love. I'ma let this shit ride like it's supposed to go. I beat the shit out of rap niggas, Sosa, no. You must be suited off the wet. Got kicked out the clique and then booted off the set. Every word that I say on these tracks is true. Quit crying, I gotta pay taxes too. See the THC level in my eyes, you mistaken. SPI, the devil in disguise. I'm like, they don't make G's like they used to. I still squeeze like I used to. I got more cheese than I used to, but I still roll D's like I used to. Damn, they don't make G's like they used to. I still squeeze like I used to. I got more cheese than I used to, and I still do E's like I used to. It's a shame what these lames are do for some fucking fame. This ain't no fucking game, fuck fucking game. I bang that capital letter G. Come on, cuz had to know better. Baymac gon' blast, your mouth gon' pop. Either way, them gorillas gon' come out on top. Stop, I turned the whole county on the hook. Why you think the only bounty hunter shook? Get your butterfly tat, y'all can cry together. You come where I'm at, y'all can die together. Who lied to Buck? Chuck played you twice. Remember trying to buy your chain and he raised the price. I'm the truth, that's what you ought to see. You two goofballs call Snoop Dogg and G. Switched up real quick like on the set. I know my niggas tick like damn. They don't make G's like they used to. I still squeeze like I used to. I got more G's than I used to, but I still roll D's like I used to. Damn, they don't make G's like they used to. I still squeeze like I used to. I got more G's than I used to, and I still do E's like I used to. They don't make G's like they used to. I still squeeze like I used to. I got more G's than I used to.
On the phone,
now or never situation. So what I'm trying to make you aware of is this. You have no time limit no more. Because after the G-Unit album comes out, then whatever fails within that falls within everything's fault, which is going to fail regardless because of the energy of the world, of what's done with me and Game. It's two double energy.
I'm not fucking with Cuz. I don't give a fuck. Fuck Game. That nigga's a bitch. It's beyond G-Unit and all that. Fuck Cuz. Out here on this side of town, I'm not fucking with Cuz. Cuz is gonna be my rap enemy, my real enemy, till I'm old enough to not care no more. Fuck Cuz.
Yeah, I understand. And then what I'm saying though, from a music standpoint, the visually acting, but from a fan standpoint,
Him and Snoop Dogg. Fuck both them niggas, Cuz.
this is what I'm telling you, Lo. Regardless out of however them niggas, or regardless however niggas may have the visual feelings about it, from a fan standpoint, music-wise, the energy still leans towards a Game side dealing with a situation of G-Unit right now, because at the end of the day, there's a lot of situations he's on dealing with me, and he got the quickest release that's coming out.
Yeah, I understand that, but this would be his third one while I've been up against him, so I can't even let that ruffle my feathers. He done got to get off 3 times on me, and I ain't been able to get off, so.
Still ain't got off. Oh, my. I wanted to say bullets is flying at this point. Way back there. But that's how long Cub been on the phone just playing himself. On that same conversation, that's when I was like, he was steady. Like you see, I was like, man, fuck that. He was trying to get me to come on that. At that time, he was running around going hanging with everybody G-Unit had beef with. From Rick Ross the rapper to Doja to everybody, cuz he made it his business and he was trying to get me to jump on that campaign with him. That's what that phone call was about. And I'm like, I'm telling cuz, you hear him, I'm like, man, I'm not fucking with it. Why? So in order for him to really try to get me convinced to go the route he was going, eventually in that conversation, cuz told me like, look, Lo, 50 told me a year ago he wasn't gonna put your album out. Right then and there, at that moment, he didn't realize it, but he became my enemy. All I heard ringing in my ear was a year ago, 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 a year ago. Is that right? He told you a year ago I wasn't gonna sell, but till y'all fell out, guess you wasn't gonna tell. How this bitch boy gonna lead me to something and try to destroy it and leave me with nothing? I'm gonna have to play I'm Wrong for y'all too. The homie just asked me to play Truer Than True, right? Tree came over here the other day and showed me how I could go right to YouTube and play whatever I want through the stream. But I'm a novice at it. I ain't gonna try it. I do find it interesting in that song. I said, they gonna dish you in the South. Might as well let Baby kiss you in the mouth. On my mama, you know how long ago Bangadocious 3 came out? Over 10 years ago. We just re-released it not too long ago when the whole Greg drama popped off. So that's where that record came from. That's called G's Like They Used To off Bangadocious 3 on all digital platforms. That was Buck's funeral. But it's crazy. I told him you might as well let Baby kiss you in the mouth way before the Greg thing popped out. And now I'm scrolling down YouTube and I see the title. I did not watch the video, none of it whatsoever. So uninterested in what either of them had to say, actually. But I found it interesting, the title, Whack 100 and Gilly the Kid. So we got Whack No Ho 100 and Gilly the Squid, the squiggly wiggly female motor skills dude, debating whether or not Birdie, the bird woman, is a real one. That was the title I saw. I'm like, there's so many reasons why that conversation should be null and void before it even start, right? But without trying to go through a long drawn out list, on my mama, how about the fact that Birdman has practiced pedophilia, male to male pedophilia in front of the world for like 20 years. So many people grew up watching him kissing Lil Wayne on the mouth. You don't have to work. Don't start with the fact that first it was low key claiming Crip, hanging with Kojak and Big D from my hood, that both got Cash Money tattoos. That was their first origination before they turned, I guess, blood. I don't know how Birdman went from brand new blood to 5-star general overnight. But then, when they was impressed by some Crips, I remember seeing some footage on the internet. He got pressed by some Crips. In Hollywood, first thing cuz do is get on the phone and get to calling. Trying to tell some niggas, beg for help, be a real one. Food chain Crip though. Then I talked to this nigga Whack Ho No 100 Mark ass. I remember it was a blogger cuz when Whack No Ho 100 first announced that he was down with the Cash Money West clique, right? It was a blogger did a video. Mind y'all, I've been on a hiatus. All this time Whack No Ho 100 was on the internet, all on the nigga knee nuts, talking about we was P-Neeples and then telling these fake stories that never happened. I wasn't even aware. I was like not even on the internet. But when I come back, shortly thereafter, the announcement was made and some blogger did a story saying now that Whack No Ho 100 is Cash Money West. He say SPI Peoples. I know it's an automatic easy go. They should, SPI should be on. That's just what Cuz said. I ain't had nothing to do with it, right? So when I see it, I sent it to Cuz on some just clownish, you know what I'm saying? Cuz take that as a nigga trying to really get on his squad and be down with them clowns. So it ended up us having a conversation. And I'm like, man, you humiliated. He was like, you humiliated that man. I'm like, man, that man kissed another man on mouth over and over again on TV. These dudes in hip-hop beef, get over everything else. It ain't that much humiliation. So he like, Sparta, you know what he told me? I'm like, what? He like, the reason he told me he didn't do nothing, cuz, and the reason why he can't get over it is because his kids was in the car. I'm like, man, we don't get the fuck out of here. Oh, my mama. Whether they is or not, nigga. That nigga said, Suwu gang. If you ain't with that, you in the food chain. Cuz all the time I've been going to school, food chain, you always typically, you know it's one in the wild, in the forest and jungle and all that, but the food chain, the first thing come to my mind is the ocean. And then, you know, it's a common diss. Cudden went to college, took some classes, think he an MC that can be a blood animal, cat that wear tights and get away with anything, and he come out on a song talking about Suwu gang. If you ain't with that, you in the food chain crip. So that's what y'all pushing. Y'all come to California talking that kind of talk, and now you want to talk about your kids that's in the car 10, 15 years later. On my daughter's dead, homies, everything I love and live for. When we was in Miami, when I was with Happy, Tick rest in peace, and Hair from Cashville, when Buck Jenner hoe ass was scared to get out the truck, when we came up in that studio and pressed you, your kids wasn't up in that studio when you was Slim was up in there looking like. Remember that? Happy took you in the booth from the Zoe Pound and you broke bread. Oh my mama, I'm just saying. If it wasn't for 40 Glock hoe ass, he saved y'all. Saved me and mine too. From the trouble y'all would have put us in. But he saved y'all on Crip.
I ain't nothing like you fucking rap niggas.
Saved y'all from a cold demonstration on my mama. It was gonna go down. Like, y'all don't understand the time frame, not even on purpose, trying to be with no extras. Because at first, to keep it a Google, it wasn't nobody there but me and E-Note. It was just me and E-Note. I went to the same producer that had did Beautiful World, right? It was a white boy. His name was E-Rock. He had a studio called the Red Room. So I had got the with E-Rock so much to the point where when another unit came available in that building, he had let me know that's where the Blue Room was at, in the same unit as E-Rock. So the way the thing was set up, the man who owned it, he owned the porn empire, but he had like rehearsal studios and recording studios. Then he had studios where you could shoot videos at, like green screen and little stage sets. Wasn't far from Universal Studios. So, but the recording studios, they on the same exact address, but there's a chain link fence separating the recording and the rehearsal studios from the filming studio. So even if you on that address in your recording studio and you want to go to the filming part, you have to leave out a gate, drive, go to a light, make a left, and come around and go to a dead end. The filming studios is in a dead end. So like, it was just me and E-Note, the R&B nigga on Beautiful World Hook, in the studio. So I had went walking over to the other side to get a blank CD from E-Rock. So when I get to E-Rock studio, I could look through the chain link fence where they do the filming at and can tell. It's like, usually you see videos, it be looking rinky dink, but they had like the grip trucks and everything. You could tell it was a pretty big production. And it was a white boy kind of like outside working on the crew. And I asked Cuz, I'm like, y'all shooting a video today? Pretty big video, huh? He was like, yeah, some guy named T-Pain. You know who he is? Is he big? I'm like, hell yeah. Well, so at the time, I had a record I had got from Fetty Fail with T-Pain on the hook. Had never met T-Pain, politic with T-Pain or nothing, but I had been looking for an opportunity to get at him about the record and see if I could clear it and get him to support it. So when he said T-Pain, I'm like, oh, all right, bam. I go burn the song onto a CD, and then me and E-Note, we drive around there. So as we drive around, they got a dude in them like blocking when you first get to the dead end, which is about maybe 200 yards deep to where you get to the filming studio. At the beginning of it, they got a nigga sitting in a folding chair with all black on with like a security shirt on, stopping traffic.
So when I pull up, he like, you here with T-Pain? I'm like, no. He like, you here with Lil Wayne? I'm like, no. I got a studio down here. He like, oh, my bad, come through. So he let me come through. And I go in there, and God in heaven, Anton, that was Curtisha head security when I first met him. He was in there. It was a small little group. Cub was in there. So as soon as he seen me mobbing with Eno, he got up and came and walked to me. He came and got him. He like, what up, Spider? I tell him what I was on. So as soon as I tell him what I was on, T-Pain and them, they was shooting that, you can meet me out in Aspen, da-da-da. They was shooting that video. He had the little females around him. He was doing his little gig. They hollered cut. As soon as they hollered cut, Anton like called him, walked over to Cuz. Me and Eno just standing there. As soon as he walked over to Cuz walked over to me. So I got at T-Pain, told him the little script, what I was trying to do. He affirmed, confirmed, yeah, we could do whatever. I'm like, all right. But in my mind, they like, damn, is you here with Lil Wayne? I'm like, nah. So I seen a nigga I know, I ain't gonna say his name. I seen Cuz there. I'm like, look, let me know when Lil Wayne get here. Call my phone. He like, all right. Mind you, this is my address, my studio, the Blue Room. It's just me and Eno there. What happened was, I called a few niggas, like, pull up, cuz this nigga Lil Wayne finna pull up to the studio. Food Chain Crip, Suwu Gang, Food Chain. All right, just wanna holler at Cuz. I just want to ask Cuz, check it out. What was you trying to say? That's it, on the set, right? And if, he was saying the wrong thing, we gonna show him what Food Chain was all about, right? Cause I could have been just misinterpreting something. I just wanted to ask, but I wanted to be prepared that if the answer was incorrect, that, there could be something take place. But it took Cuz so long to get to the location that my little couple phone calls started another phone call. It took Cuz some hours to get there. By the time he got there, Cuz, it was so many niggas there waiting. It was like, damn, that's crazy. So when the nigga finally got the call that he here, and we hit that corner, you kind of get what you see on the video. But I wonder how somebody like NoHo Hunted and Silly Gilly, with that sweet movie he been doing, can say if anybody real, and how is it even a question? Like, say one thing Birdman done did that's real. Like what? According to Buck Jenner, it wasn't even no diamonds in the whole, it wasn't one diamond in the Bling Bling video. So I don't know what possibly could be real about any of that.
To living down the line. To living down the line. To living down the line. To living down the line.
Act a fool for the paper, spend it wisely. See, some supposed to wanna see me win, despise me before my eyes. In disguise, ain't got no friends. Mama been advised me, instead of building me up, they minimize me. In the end, all the energy just energize me. On top of the sin and that genocide me. Same time, no kind trying to genocide me. Set tripping days, finished finally. Been behind me, go on, run that business by me. I'm a businessman with a business mind, handling business with a big ass sig beside me. Y'all know me, no sleeping, no slipping. Still hit the streets one deep and go dipping. No retreating, no tripping. Think twice before creeping on crippin'. It's me.
Cause these streets ain't playing fair. You niggas want a problem, we can take it. To living down that life. Your own homies that'll take you out. I pray to God that I make it out. To living down that life. Where niggas chucking up gang signs. Get it cracking in the summertime. To living down that life. Nigga, all that shit trick. Everywhere I go, I keep it with. To living down that life.
I handle business, keep my hand on the stizzle. By any means necessary, nigga, I'm a kizzle. A dog and a spider creeping back on the mission. So you bitch ass niggas see, don't act different. You know I'm with it cause I'm down for the cause. Fuck the police, I'm breaking the law. Big drink, big smoke, and some big guns. To let you know, motherfucker, that I ain't the one. And nigga, that but you can call me Dash Dilly, I'm the crib guy. Hard praise in the city, on crib. But see, you better not slip, you get faked down, laid down.
all about this. You know the Lokes is out, the dogs is out. You know them niggas that you let her hate with no doubt. You know it's DAT and the SPI. We represent West Coast to the day.
To live and die in the life, cause these streets ain't playing fair. You niggas want a problem, we can take it. To live and die in the life, your own homies that'll take you out. I pray to God that I make it out. Die in the life, where niggas chucking up gang signs, get it cracking in the summertime. To live and die in the life, nigga, all this shit trick. Everywhere I go, I keep it wet. To live and die in the life.
On my mama, my energy so like warped with all them technical difficulties. I just now seen on the screen behind me that BS screensaver up there. I ain't gonna trip though. On my mama, I'ma just keep it pushing. But just letting y'all know, my energy is not exactly where I want it to be. On my mama, but I'm gonna try to thug it out. And you know, thugging is a new word for me, cause all these years I ain't never really used the word thug. It was always a thing of this. The word thug became popular through Tupac. And before Tupac became affiliated with the Pyrus, he was thugging heavy. And I kind of always looked at Tupac saying he was a thug, was saying, I'm just like the Crips and Bloods, but I'm not a Crip or Blood, so I'm a thug. So therefore, I always took the position of that I ain't no thug. So you can go through my whole catalog, the whole thing. Challenge y'all, ever find me calling myself a thug. All through the years when thugging was the most popular word, the phrase to use, I use the word thug, but it won't be referring to myself. Same thing with gangster, like I told y'all. I had a song called Head Honcho on my first demo. The opening line is, I'm so gangster, you hardly hear me saying a word. And in my mind, through the rest of my career, that blocked out me calling myself a gangster. I got one song with K-Dot and J-Rock called Gangster. When they sent it to him, when Top Dog sent it to me, they be calling me gangster. That's how the hook go. And in that song, I say they be calling me gangster. They be saying I'm a hood, but me referring to myself as a gangster or a thug ain't never been a thing. But in these last years, in recent years, I do find myself using the term thugging for some reason. Not that I'm a thug, but I feel like I be thugging. I think you can thug without being a thug. You can get your thug on and thug through things. I just be meaning like tough it out when I say thug. Trey Legend, what it do? Just want to bless the gang. Man, Trey Legend up here, we got to run this one time. We know we hear him all the time over everything. But our most recent blessing is this Google Gang anthem. He felt like we needed this, so he blessed us. He blessed y'all. Keep it a Google. Better keep it a Google when you mention me. Oh, my mama. Appreciate you, Brody. On God, I'm going to wet it up too, though. Like.
Google Gang. Straight Legend. Google Gang. SBI. Google Gang. Google Gang in here. You better keep that shit a Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts pressed, rest in peace. Keep it a Google, better keep it a Google. Keep that shit Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts pressed, rest in peace. Keep it a Google, you better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. You better keep it a Google. Better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. Google Gang.
Press this deep in your noodle. Don't BS. Just keep it a Google. I ain't gonna play with it. I don't wanna say nothing goofy over there. But that's hard, cuz I didn't know what to expect. Gotta relate. It's been a minute since I got at my nigga with something. Plus B God. B God, where you at, man? I need a few more of them. You can work it out. You already know. Same get down. Oh, my mama. From my understanding, Bill Cosby got action, cuz. You know what? Whatever you want to say about Bill, back to that word, he thugging it out, cuz. You seen cuz latest mugshot? I wish I had it loaded up. Every mugshot you just seen, cuz ain't look. One thing, you see all these niggas so about blah. Cuz like took his time like a G, cuz. It's late in the game. But they say he got real too 2 real good motions he can file and have action at getting out though. And I'm down with Cuz getting out, man. I need to turn Cuz loose. If y'all don't see that Cuz being in jail got something to do with something other than his crime, y'all super sleep, Cuz. You know how old Cuz is? Do you know, unless somebody could tell me something that I haven't heard, bro, on this case, and I've heard just about everything associated with the case, if you ask me. And from my understanding, Cuz, I've said it before, I'm gonna say it again. Every female that they saying Bill Cosby supposedly assaulted willingly accepted some type of sleep aid, relax aid, or something from him. It ain't like how Rick Ross the rapper claimed he be sneaking pills and it just drinks. It ain't like they saying Bill Cosby was running around like, look that way, dropping pills in your drink. That's what the rapper cat say he like to do. And you can imagine somebody, and I'm not shaming or judging, but I would only imagine a lack of confidence in one's natural ability to attract the opposite would cause you to stoop to such methods and then to think it's fly to say on a song. But from my understanding, every female had a conversation with Bill either about not being able to relax or having a headache or something of that nature. And from my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, Bill then offered grown people something. He played a doctor on TV. Maybe that's what he's guilty of in the mind of the court, that because he played a doctor on TV and these women complain of certain physical ailments and he gave them something, somehow that's rape. I don't know what law he actually broke by giving an adult something that they willingly swallowed, and because of their tolerance levels. Now all of a sudden, he gave me something. They recollect everything up until they took the pills all of a sudden. I don't understand how you get, when you get railroaded with that much money, it lets you know it don't matter. You really up against something other than this case. That's the same thing they said about Tiger Woods though. Before Dick Gregory died, he was like, man, Tiger Woods' case didn't have nothing to do about no damn. He said infidelity? He was like, come on, man, that's stupid. He said, just think about it. Look how rare it is for us to participate in golf, let alone to dominate it. Then, look how long golfers play. So look how young Tiger was having this amount of success. Meaning, look how much time he had to dominate. In that same scenario, when his wife supposedly found all this infidelity on his phone, right? There was an underage female involved in all that get down. And according to Dick Gregory, it's his take on it. They got at him like, look, you can either dealing with this underage female that we really got you pinned on, because it was flights, finances, all type of things, proving that he was nailing his female and she was a minor. That could disappear. However, guess what, Mr. Woods? In front of the whole world, just Dick Gregory though, he say, you gonna throw your back out in front of the whole world and go away. Give us our sport. Get up out of here, nigga. Bill Cosby can't throw his back out, but you gotta get out the way. Bill Cosby ain't raped nothing, man. Oh, my mama. I'ma preach it until he die. I know he wasn't always what we consider supportive of us as a whole in the public verbally. But I think he was extremely supportive, although his approach was extremely wrong at times. He was attempting, I think he had the right intentions, but just disconnected from generation, disconnected from the reality of you're dealing with a generation that is not thinking on a moral level when it comes to family and structure that you might be thinking, but it might not necessarily be their fault. And then when they come about karma, maybe being so harsh on us has probably caused you to go through some of these struggles. But I ain't gonna throw you away, Bill. On my mama, free Bill, just like they holler free all the rest of these cats. I think he got a bum rap and was railroaded. Don't stop, can't stop, won't stop. The marathon continues on my mama. And that didn't go right. Bam. I done tried it. VJ Kiwi, I told y'all I ain't on tonight. Don't be mad at me.
Overlook my competition, never seeing them. I done trained my mind that I'm going. You could tell by how I walk, talk, I'm a boss. A east side millionaire, homie, what you thought? My life is a movie.
SPI
Can't get close to me. They mad cause they can't be. I'm everything that they wanna be. Yeah.
This time around, I ain't moving with a gang of homies. By my lonely, couple bad bitches hanging on me. For sure, sharpshooters on deck though. Will I ever let my foot up off these bitch niggas' neck? No. Blue Bentley getting blunted. Wonder how it come to that. Can't let a rat do me like they done my nigga Thundercat. Baymax, place nothing above my paper. Couple slugs for the haters, but I love my neighbors. Point blank, do no subliminal dissing. When I listen, I can tell you never been on no mission. Sticking to the script, don't care if I offend you. Neighborhood crib, the marathon
overlook my competition, never seeing them. I done trained my mind that I'm going. You could tell by how I walk, talk, I'm a boss. A east side millionaire, homie, what you thought? My life is a movie. They can't get close to me. They mad cause they can't be. I'm everything that they wanna be. Yeah.
On the east, the streets anticipate my new release. Legendary beast, peace to Lil Tootie Reese. 97,000 in a day's work. It hurt to read the paperwork, we from the same turf. Talking super turned up to make things worse. Passed out passes in the past, I take the blame first. Go hard when I'm cleaning up the backyard. Queerdos sound like a queen trying to act hard. I represent the truth, we don't play by the same rules. There is no competition cause I can't lose. Versus fish and sell them like souvenirs. Blue diamonds in my ear, hella fly
overlook
boom
my
again.
competition, never seeing them. I done trained my mind that I'm going. You could tell by how I walk, talk, I'm a boss. A east side millionaire, homie, what you thought? My life is a movie. They can't get close to me. They mad cause they can't be. I'm everything that they wanna be. Yeah.
Look here, the haters act like he don't know me. One man gang, I don't need no homie. On the 7 these days, they don't even see him seldom. Kind of money, who done touch more than me and Melvin? Anybody help him? Hell no, ho. Straight line dollars, they'll dog dough. SPI spot, can't never have it. East side legend like A7 Magic. Honcho hustle. Plus he the bomb in the booth, counting coins like Chucky from Swan. How the most easy with the ends gon' bow down. Ballin', clowning like Benzo.
I overlook my competition, never seeing them. I done trained my mind that I'm going. You can tell by how I walk, talk, I'm a boss.
A east side, homie, what you thought? My life is a movie. They can't get close to me. They mad cause they can't be. I'm everything that they wanna be. Yeah. The Puto on the motherfucking track. Produced by SPI though. I'm gonna stop giving away my producer credit, cause you know what I realized? The producer is the person that put the rapper, the beat maker, and the person on the hook together. So Puto made the beat. I'm the artist starring on the record, and I produced it because I put Puto beat with Trey Legend on the hook, with SPI on the verses. So I got to start taking my producer credits. You know how much producer credit I done threw away? Oh, my mama. Y'all like, credit don't matter. Do you know half the movies you see when you see the credits rolling? A lot of those people didn't do nothing other than throw some money in order to have their name on them credits. Them spots and them credits, the earlier they are, the higher it's going to cost you to see your name on there. Now, you could be somebody that really worked on the film or the project. But other than that, you can be executive producer by contributing finances, and the only thing you're going to get out of it is seeing your name on them credits. So I know to a lot of us, we in a culture that don't read the credits. I remember back in the day, it was one time when a rap album used to come out. They used to read every word. They used to have the cliplet, all the lyrics, all the shout outs, the thanks, what studio they recorded it at, and all that. We used to read all that. Shout out to my homie Jay Quan, cuz I don't know if he baby milk, tiny milk, so many milks, cuz. But cuz used to like on the set, cuz before I met Suge or before I met Kurtisha, cuz he a homie, cuz I used to be in the hood, cuz every Source magazine, every CD that was rap that came out, cuz have it first day while the homies hanging out, powwowing, shooting dice in they clips and they cuts, cuz in his whip reading every word on the CD, every word in the magazine. And cuz never got, if any homie from my hood that I would have loved to take on a hip-hop journey, it would have been cuz. Cause he was like the hip-hop head from the hood, cuz. And cuz caught a cold stretch right before everything jumped off, cuz. Oh, my mama. But I pinned this message for a reason. They say, cuz they just came out of nowhere with footage of Magic Johnson kissing Janet Jackson when she was 16. They want something from cuz. Watch. On that same subject. You seen the footage, cuz? Damn. With the Einstein and all that, the R. Kelly. Hollywood got some deep, dark secrets, cuz. Wow. You know, I don't never think Magic Johnson had that. If you think about the time frame when he announced he had it and how little of an epidemic that virus and disease has been ever since, I think the whole Magic Johnson announcing he had it was a campaign to market whatever drugs they're selling that has caused it to not be. You don't even hear about it no more. When the last time you ever heard somebody dying of it? And then from everything we've ever heard, everything we understand, his wife and none of the kids that was born after the diagnosis have it. Sometimes you gotta use your thinker, bro. You can't just go around and just form all your understanding based off what they tell you. You gotta analyze for yourself. The same way it's a heavy conspiracy that Easy didn't contract it in no traditional form. Guess what the main proof is? None of his offsprings or none of the women that he was having babies with at that time had it. Same thing with Magic. How ain't nobody got it and you got it and you having babies and you barebacking? So ever since he announced he had it and turned into Hercules, you ain't heard of nobody dying from it, especially not no celebrities. So when I see it, and let me tell you this too, as big as Magic Johnson's name was, his whole time in the NBA, he never made more than $1 million a year on his NBA contract. He had the little Converse shoes, but shoes never got to that mega situation for him. So he was caught in a scenario where his name was as big as Jordan and Kobe and all those, bigger than a lot to come after him. that were able to capitalize on their likeness while they were contemporary in the league, just based on the way things have progressed financially in the league overall, to the point where there were people that would never be an iota of the legend of Michael Magic Johnson that was making bukus more money than he ever made in the league. So at a time when his career was coming to an end anyway, the virus was it was like similar to what we're going through now with the corona, but it was even more of it was deeper than that. It was deep. What better than to create a hero that has it, beats it, and back of my mind, and I know everybody else, it was, if you get it, you got to get what Magic got. Magic got it, so I know everybody that contracted it from that point on was going to the doctor asking, what is Magic doing? And whether Magic had it or not, they had that ready, and that was the play. And, you know, we bought it hook, line, and sinker, because ain't nobody else got it that you know for sure that he was giving it to. And I mean giving it to. Now they say he was kissing on Janet. And you say it was footage SPI? That's big SPI that said that. So I know he ain't misguiding me. And if he say it was footage, I know he ain't heard it was footage. He had to have seen the footage. So all I'm going to say is, ooh-wee. He finna send it to me. I'm going to have it. So maybe we'll do a part 2 on it. We just talked about it now. But once I see it, that's another thing. But then, you know, who's surprised? Look how late in the game Janet wait to get to throwing her titty out on TV. You know she a freak. On the set though, look, her brother was. And then through the years, she always been able to maintain a decent image publicly, but that's cold. She getting kissed by Magic Johnson at 16. He a cold nigga. What up with that, Magic? Can you imagine? And you know, Magic never been the one to put a hell of a sentence together. Can you imagine him trying to publicly explain or talk about the video? Cause I can't wait to see this one. It was one of them grown kisses. Cause they been had that pick. It's poker time, so it's time to play. Cuz know it. Yeah, they on his head. They finna Bill Cosby you, boy. You got one tough cookie though. Your son something else. He like whack ho no honey son. Oh my mama. You know what I'm gonna do, y'all? It's that cake though. I'm gonna get the I forgot I was gonna say. God, fuck it. Oh my mama. Oh man.
That's my day uno. Only me and him in his two-door Benz. That's my bro. We don't call each other friends, day uno. Even ride with me to the end. Even let me have the last shot at him. That's my day uno. We stay cracking. And when I die, he one of the niggas carrying my casket. Game bang active. Really with this shit, stay banged up. My day one ain't never changed up. That's my day uno.
Niggas know air since day uno. For rare recitors, and I'ma say puto. And I mean that with all due disrespect to the ops off tops if you diss the set. This man though, I go half on the sack with him. Double back on foot with the Mac with him. Cognac, that's what my joint drank, period. I done seen him do it point blank. Neighborhood for death though, EC on mine. Every time still get my nigga 3 up high. When it's cracking, he usually a trip before me in 03 introduced me to Nip. Got a lot of politics between the two turfs. Choose to keep it mafia like Blue Smurf. Half the time I don't even like her. But
I ain't never met a nigga like
That's my day uno. Only me and him in his two-door Benz. That's my bro. We don't call each other friends, day uno. Even ride with me to the end. Even let me have the last shot at him. That's my day uno. We stay cracking. And when I die, he one of the niggas carrying my casket. Game bang active. Really with the shit, stay banged up. My day one ain't never changed up. That's my day uno. So when it come to dying, it ain't nothing. Killing ain't shit either. Enemies know we stay hunting. We know it's wrong, but we love it. Where you wanna take it? We in the streets. We don't mind a little confrontation. Whole lot of gunplay with me and my low. I'm talking pistol with the scopes when we out on patrol. Hunting for domes. My low was a fool when he get it in. Pull up on him like cuz, let's slide and he getting in. Lil Mac down, my bro. Ain't gotta prove a point. It's facts over feelings in my SPI voice. M's be the logo. That's my day uno. We ain't friends. It's only me and cuz in this Benz. Like identical twins. We on that same shit. Day unos. Them be the niggas that I bang with. A lot of politics between both gangs, it is what it is. The homies live the game. That's my day uno. Only me and him in his two-door Benz. That's my bro. We don't call each other friends, day uno. Even ride with me to the end. Even let me have the last shot at him. That's my day uno. We stay cracking. And when I die, he one of the niggas carrying my casket. Game bang active. Really with the shit, stay banged up. My day one ain't never changed up. That's my day uno.
Y'all don't have no idea how we thugging this one out. So much after I start pointing out to y'all how much was going wrong, I stopped mentioning it. So much other that went wrong, I just skipped through it and all that. I want a good looking Lexus for the super chat. I like your question. You says SPI, based on your experience in the game, what differentiated the role in G Unit besides East and West? That was a good question, because the big difference between the Row and G Unit was the Row was a former member of Jimmy Iovine and Dr. Dre, and G Unit were current friends that turned into former friends while I was present. Now, that's the biggest difference that I can tell you. The reason why the Row experienced success as Death Row was his relationship with Jimmy Iovine and his constituents. The reason G Unit experienced success was based on his relationship with Jimmy Iovine and Dr. Dre and their constituents, the Defiant Ones. So the biggest difference was the relationship with Interscope at the time of my dwelling. When I was with Suge, there was zero relationship. There was zero activity or action. When I was around Curtisha, there was initially activity and action with Interscope. So there was energy. And while I'll continue to stay there, that ceased to be the case, and everything went brrr. But that was the biggest difference. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of other differences, but that's the first one that came to mind when you asked me that. Oh, my mama. Then y'all sent me, blow my mind, something in my DM about, it was Monster. Shout out to Monster from the Booyah Tribe. Gangsta Red. But he was doing an interview, and he was saying that he got a record done with Be Real and Eminem, and he was like speaking on the record, quoting some of the lyrics. But the reason why, he said the reason he was able to bring the record about was because Eminem, when he was coming to California, was getting extorted by some Crips. And y'all know the Booyah Tribe is like some legendary bloods, and especially in hip-hop West Coast history, they like original founders up until this day. When you just consider image, they has one of the most, if not the most intimidating, believable image as a group of artists that we've seen to this day. And it's true to life in the sense that the image that they portray is exactly what they are in the environment that they come from. But what you don't get to realize when you see them on video and on camera is that they're individuals with hearts, and they just humans that understand, overstand, and they love and live life to the fullest. And them is my homies. Rest in peace to Godfather. But yeah, I had spent a lot of time with the Booyah tribe, but I found that interesting to find out at some point in time, with all the relationships that, you know, through the whole West Coast, that the Grand Wizard, Marshall Mathers, could have relied upon to relieve him of some extortion, he had to rely upon the Booyah tribe to make some phone calls, according to Monster, and politic it on their behalf. What do you know about that? Do y'all believe it? You think out of nowhere Cousin come with that story and it's not truthful? For what reason? Like, if you gonna make up a story, why start there and end there? You feel me? Oh, mama. But can you imagine what type of pressure you had to be putting down? What type of politicking you had to be doing to have your hand in a position to put the squeeze on Marshall Mathers? Salute to whoever that was. Machine in motion. Oh, my mama on some real crib shit. I ain't gonna hold y'all though, cause this rhythm was all off today. Appreciate y'all for thugging it out with me. I'm new to thugging. You dig lies. But you know, I'm gonna see right cack before y'all even realize it. Be about your marathon at all costs though. On my mama.
My mom always says that I have an old soul. Whatever that means. She says that while other kids worry about toys, I worry about helping those in need. I guess that's true, but I still love toys too. I think what makes me different from other kids is that I'm Riley,